Hey everyone! Welcome to another exciting episode of Family Moments, where we use really cool object lessons
that teach the truth about what matters most.
Exactly. And today, we're going to have some fun with this.
Are those tennis balls?
They sure are. And what we're going to do is we're going to go...
Oh, are we going to play tennis?
Well, no, that's not a bad idea. We're not going to play tennis, though. What we are going to do is...
Or maybe we're going to play fetch with Mona.
Well, she'd like that, but no, we're not going to play fetch with Mona either. Now, what we are going to do is we're going to...
Or maybe we're going to juggle.
No, we're not going to juggle. You don't even know how to juggle.
Not to worry, Dad. I've been practicing. Watch.
Where'd they go?
I guess my timing is a little bit off.
Ow, brother. Hey friends, Pastor Robbie here, along with my lovely assistant and wonderful daughter, Sadie.
Hello.
And our new special helper, Mona. Hi, girl. And today, we're going to have some fun learning about...
Hey, wait.
What? What's up?
Dog of the week, remember?
Oh, yeah. I keep forgetting. We are right in the middle of our Dog Days of Summer series, and we've received tons of dog pictures from our faithful fans.
And they're all beautiful.
Right, but we do our best to pick our favorite each week, and this week that honor goes to Sadie, the lab mix from Santa Cruz, California.
Yeah, it's kind of hard not to pick that one when they said they named her after me.
Yeah, we haven't received any dogs named Robbie yet. And if you haven't sent us a picture of your dog yet, you can email it to us at contact@familymomentsfun.com. We'll post it on our Facebook page, and then stay tuned because if you're lucky, it may end up on an episode just like Sadie did.
The dog, not me.
Right. Now, today, we're going to have some fun learning about companionship.
Companionship?
Yes, companionship is just another way of saying friendship.
Well, that makes sense. Dogs are some of the friendliest creatures I know.
They sure are. When any of us comes home, who's always the first one at the door, excited to greet us?
That would be Mona, every time.
Right. I can't get anyone else in the family that excited when I come home.
And just like a good friend, she always wants to spend time with us, whether it's going for walks, watching TV, or just hanging out.
I can't even go to the bathroom without her following me.
I know, it's like she's glued to the back of your legs. Talk about man's best friend.
That reminds me of our Bible verse for the day. It comes from Proverbs 18:24, where it says, "One who has unreliable friends soon comes to ruin, but there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother."
Interesting. What's it mean?
Well, sometimes we think we have a lot of good friends, but a really good friend sticks close to you when you need him or her, whereas others tend to disappear during the hard times.
That's discouraging.
Well, it's okay to have a lot of friends, but most of them will end up being acquaintances more than really good friends.
Acquaintances?
Well, yeah, that means you know them and maybe you do stuff with them, but you probably don't consider them your best friend.
Well, how many best friends can a girl have?
Most people in life are lucky to have just one really good friend, someone they can consider a sidekick.
Why are they called sidekicks anyhow?
Well, sidekick is actually an old term that's believed to have originated in the late 19th century. It was pickpocket slang.
Pickpocket slang?
Well, yeah, a pickpocket was a thief who would pretend to accidentally bump into you on the streets and then steal what was in your pocket. And usually it was your back pocket because that was the easiest to get to.
Well, that's pretty sneaky and mean. I think I'd have just kept my valuable stuff in my front pocket instead.
Well, back in those days, the front pocket of a pair of trousers was known as the kick. And since it was closest and safest, a person's closest and safest companion became known as a sidekick.
Wow, I didn't know that. I imagine it's good to have a close friend or a sidekick.
Absolutely. Let me demonstrate this for you with a little object lesson I like to call Contain Yourself. And all we're going to need is a tennis ball container, a vase, a pitcher of water, some food coloring, and a cardboard barricade. What we're going to do is pretend that this tennis ball container is you, and this vase is your world. And we'll pretend that this pitcher of water is a new girl you just met. We'll add a drop of food coloring to kind of brighten up her life a little. Now, some people make new friends by inviting them to be part of their world, so we'll add her into your world or your vase so that she can spend time with you, which is all fun and normal, and that's really what friends do. But a really good close friend...
A sidekick?
Yeah, a sidekick will stick with you when things get really hard. So let's bring this barricade in front of your life to represent some challenging times. Usually when things get hard, casual friends won't stay with you as closely. But really good friends enter into your life and stick with you through thick and thin.
What in the world? How did you do that?
Well, it's real simple. Casual friends tend to desert you, while really good friends join you.
That's amazing.
And so are really good friends.
But how did you really do that?
It's just a simple trick. I cut a hole in the bottom of our tennis ball container and put a mesh screen there. And then I poked a little hole in the top of the lid. So when I lower the container into the vase, it fills with water through the mesh screen. To keep the water in place, I put my finger over the hole when I lift it out, and the water stays put. If I lower it back and then raise my finger off the hole, the water will not stay in the container when I lift it out.
That's pretty cool, but I've got one question.
What's that?
What about people who don't have a best friend? Or those who struggle to make new good friends?
That's a great question. And I've got 3 suggestions. First, pray. Ask God to lead you to new people who may end up becoming good friends. Second, be patient. It takes time to develop really good friendships. And third, even if you find yourself without a best friend, God will always be there. And He knows you better than anyone else. He will never leave you, and He wants to be your absolute best friend.
Those are pretty good tips.
And the best way to get started is by serving others and being kind. It's hard not to be liked when you put others first.
I guess the best way to have a best friend is to be one to someone else.
Exactly. Learning to be a good companion is a beautiful thing. So, Sadie, what did you learn today?
I learned that it's okay to have a lot of friends, but you're really blessed if you have a best friend or a sidekick type companion who will stick with you through the hard times.
Exactly.
And if you're wanting a good friend, the best thing to do is pray, be patient, and remember that God is always there as our absolute best friend.
Very good.
Now, I was just working on another object lesson about friendship. Proverbs 25:25 says, "Like a cool drink of water when you're worn out and weary is a letter from a long-lost friend." So let's pretend that this vase of water is my life, and you're a long-lost friend. And since this is a vase and not a cup, it's hard to share some water with you. But I'm not going to let that stop me. I'll do whatever it takes to revive that old friendship, like this. Do you feel revived?
Yeah.
Should I do it again?
No. We'll see you around. Today's episode is sponsored by our good friends Randy and Nicole at Oodles of Blessings.
Oodles of Blessings? Hey, that's where we got Mona.
That's right. This Christian-based business breeds beautiful English cream golden retrievers and doodle puppies.
Like Bernedoodles, Sheepadoodles, Labradoodles, and Golden Doodles?
Exactly. Their puppies come from healthy lines of parents with great temperaments. They are the perfect fit for families looking for a healthy, happy, adorable addition to their family.
No wonder they're called Oodles of Blessings.
You can find out more by checking out their website, oodlesofblessings.com, or by calling 260-466-8735, and they'll transport their puppies anywhere in the continental United States.
I love it.
And if you'd like to possibly sponsor an episode or a series of Family Moment episodes, just drop us an email at contact@familymomentsfun.com. We'd love to talk to you about the possibility of partnering with us as we teach the truth about what matters most.